Upbeat music kicks in as a drone glides over a stunning lakeside cabin, surrounded by towering pines and a shimmering lake catching the sunlight. I'm on the porch, holding a steaming mug of coffee, flashing a big grin at the camera. Yo, what's up? Midnight Tailor's crew. Welcome back to the channel for a story so wild it'll have you hooked till the very last second. Imagine this. I'm chilling at my dream lakeside cabin, ready for a weekend of peace, quiet, and maybe a little fishing. The vibe is perfect, birds chirping, coffee brewing, no stress in sight. Then, out of nowhere, an HOA Karen charges in, like she's the queen of the lake, demanding I pack up and get out of my own property. Oh, and it gets better, she calls 911 to report me as a trespasser. But hold tight, Midnight Tales fam, because the twist at the end, it's gonna leave your jaw on the floor. Stick around to the end for a massive surprise that'll make you glad you're part of the Midnight Tales squad. Let's jump into this craziness. Cut to a flashy animated title sequence, bold text zooming across the screen. HOA Karen calls 911 after I refuse to leave my lakeside cabin. Finds I own the entire county. Dramatic sound effects and high-energy music pump up the excitement. Let me paint the picture for you. I bought this cabin a couple of years ago to escape the chaos of city life. It's my personal oasis, sparkling lake, cozy porch, and the kind of quiet that makes you forget the world exists. I'm talking mornings with coffee, evenings with a fishing rod, and zero neighbors nagging about my mailbox being the wrong shade of beige. This place is my happy zone, and I've worked hard to make it mine. But apparently not everyone in the area got the memo that I'm here to stay. Cue Karen, the HOA president who struts onto my property like she's starring in a movie called Neighborhood Tyrants Unleashed. Scene shifts to me strolling around the cabin, showing off the serene lake, the wooden dock, and the cozy interior. Think flannel blankets, a roaring fireplace, and my trusty coffee setups. Just vibing one morning, sipping my coffee, when I hear this aggressive pounding on my door. I open it, and there's Karen's sunglasses pushed up on her head, clutching a clipboard like it's her life's mission, and wearing a scowl that could scare off wildlife. She launches into this full-on rant about how I'm trespassing on HOA-controlled land and breaking some random rule about unauthorized occupancy. I'm standing there, half awake, thinking, ma'am, I just want to enjoy my coffee and maybe catch a fish later. I try to keep it cool, explaining that I own the cabin, deed and all, but Karen's not hearing it. She's waving that clipboard like it's a court order, yelling about fines and regulations. I'm tempted to offer her a snack to chill her out, but I can tell she's too far gone. Cut to a reenactment. An actor playing Karen storms up to the cabin, pointing dramatically and shouting. I'm leaning against the porch railing, coffee in hand, looking completely unfazed. I'm doing my best to reason with her, right? I say, Karen, I bought this place. I've got the paperwork to prove it. But does she listen? Not a chance. Instead, she whips out her phone and dials 911, screeching about a trespasser who's squatting in her precious HOA community. I'm just chilling on my porch, watching this unfold like I'm in the front row of a live-action drama. She's pacing back and forth, telling the dispatcher I'm refusing to comply, and endangering the neighborhood. Endangering? I'm literally holding a mug and a fishing rod. I'm about as dangerous as a puppy in a sweater. Scene shifts to me laughing to the camera, shaking my head. Midnight Tailors fam, I could have lost my cool. I could have yelled back, or told her where to shove her clipboard, but I decided to let this play out. Why? Because I had a little secret up my sleeve that Karen didn't see coming. And trust me, this is where the story gets so good you'll wish you had popcorn. Scene transitions to stock footage of a police car rolling up. I'm calm, handing over a stack of paperwork to the officer while Karen stands in the background, arms crossed, smirking like she's just won a reality TV showdown. The cops pull up, and Karen's acting like she's the star of her own victory parade. She's pointing at me, nodding at the officer like, "Yup, that's the guy you need to arrest." The officer, who's clearly just trying to get through his shift, asks me what's going on. I hand him my property deed and a few other documents. Keeping it relaxed, Karen's standing there, all smug, thinking I'm about to get dragged off in handcuffs. But then the officer starts reading through the paperwork, and his face changes. He looks at Karen, then back at me, and says, "Sir, you're good. This is your property." Karen's smirk starts to crack, but I'm not done yet. I lean in and say, "Oh, officer, you might want to take a look at the rest of those documents." Dramatic pause. Camera zooms in on my face as I flash a mischievous grin. Here's the bombshell. Midnight Tales crew, I don't just own this cabin. I own the entire county. Yep, every single acre, every tree, every blade of grass, including the land under Karen's beloved HOA clubhouse. How'd I pull that off? Let's just say a savvy investment a few years back landed me the deal of a lifetime. I kept it on the down low because I'm not here to brag, but Karen's little power trip forced me to drop the mic. Cut to a reenactment of Karen's jaw dropping as the officer explains. Throw in a cartoonish bewing sound effect for maximum laughs. The officer turns to Karen and says, "Ma'am, he's not trespassing. He owns this land, all of it. You could have heard crickets." Karen's face went from smug to stunned to full-on panic mode in record time. She starts stammering, trying to backpedal, but the officer's already heading back to his car. Shaking his head, I just give her a polite wave and say, "Have a great day, Karen." Scene shifts to me back on the porch, chuckling to the camera. Midnight Tales fam, I wish you could have seen her face. This woman went from HOA dictator to a deer in headlights faster than you can say property records. She slunk away, clipboard and all, and I haven't heard a word from her since. But this story isn't just about owning land or shutting down a Karen. It's about standing up for yourself when someone tries to push you around, especially when you know you're in the right. Scene transitions to me walking along the lake, the water sparkling as I reflect. I didn't buy this county to flex on anyone. I did it because I love this place, the peace, the beauty, the freedom. Karen thought she could bully me out of my own home, but she didn't count on me holding all the cards. And honestly, I'm glad this happened, because it gave me a story to share with you all on Midnight Tales. You guys know I love bringing you the wildest, most unexpected tales, and this one's gotta be up there with the best. Scene shifts too, me sitting by a campfire at dusk, the lake glowing under the stars. So, what's the takeaway? Don't mess with someone who's got their paperwork in order, and maybe double check the property records before you call 911. But seriously, Midnight Tales fam, you're the reason I keep making these videos. Your comments, your likes, your stories, they keep this channel alive. If you're new to Midnight Tales, smash that subscribe button and join the crew for more crazy stories like this one. And if you're already part of the fam, you know I've got mad love for you. Drop a comment below. Have you ever dealt with an HOA Karen or someone trying to throw their weight around? I want to hear your stories, and I read every single comment. Who knows, your tale might end up in a future Midnight Tales video. Scene zooms in. I lean toward the camera with a playful smirk. But hold up, I promised you a surprise, didn't I? Since you've stuck with me to the end, here's the big news. I'm launching an epic giveaway for all you Midnight Tales legends. One lucky subscriber is getting a fully paid weekend stay, right here at this lakeside cabin. No HOA Karens, just pure vibes. Want in? Hit that like button, subscribe to Midnight Tales, and check the link in the description to enter. Plus, for my die-hard fans, I'm dropping exclusive behind-the-scenes footage of this whole Karen saga on my Midnight Tales Patreon. Trust me, there's some extra tea on her meltdown you won't want to miss. Final scene. I toss a pebble into the lake as the camera pans up to the starry sky. That's it for this one, Midnight Tales fam. Keep standing your ground, keep chasing your peace, and I'll see you in the next video with another insane story. Until then, peace out from the lake where I make the rules. Outro music swells. Clips of me fishing and laughing play. With text overlay. Subscribe to